Let me tell you something that happened to me. It was on a Monday morning. I was getting ready for work. I was looking for my shower cap. I looked every single where. I looked everywhere. I looked under the sink. I looked in the closet. I even started thinking maybe one of my kids took my shower cap because my stuff goes missing whenever they come into my room. But I'm like, that can't be because my door was locked. My door had been locked all night. Nobody could have gotten into my room, so it couldn't be them. So now I'm panicking because I'm turning in circles. Time's getting away from me. It's looking like I'm going to be late because I'm losing time and I need to be at work. And then I walk past the mirror and I looked at myself in the mirror, and guess what? The shower cap was on my head. I'd been wearing it this whole time. Can you believe that? I laughed about it afterwards, but underneath that laugh, something else was going on. A little voice was asking, what is happening to me? And that wasn't even the only time. A few weeks later, I was on a call with a colleague, and mid-sentence, the thought just disappeared, like completely gone. And I'm like smiling, trying to look like I was thinking when really I had no idea what I was about to say because I'd lost my train of thought. I couldn't remember what we were talking about. That had never, ever, ever happened to me before. And if it had, at least not like that. And this happened like right after another. Maybe you know that voice too. Maybe it shows up when you walk into a room, right? And you forget why you went in there in the first place. Or you go into your garage and you forget why you went in there. Or you're talking to someone mid-sentence and the thought just disappears. Or you catch a gray hair, oh my goodness, on your hair. You don't even remember growing. Your knees feel achy, getting out of bed like they belong to somebody older than you feel on the inside. And you try to explain it to somebody. You try to explain it to maybe your spouse, to your best friend, to anyone who would listen, and they don't get it. And the words come out wrong. Or maybe they come out fine, but they just don't get it. They say things like, sis, that just happens to everybody, or that's part of getting older. They don't get it. And you're standing there thinking, no, this is different. This feels different. Something is shifting and I don't even have the words to express how I feel and what's going on. So let me tell you what I've learned, sis. This is not you losing your mind. You're not crazy. This is your body, your hormones moving through something real. Perimenopause changes how your brain processes things. It changes how your body holds weight. It changes how your joints feel, even how your hair grows. Estrogen affects more than your reproductive system, sis. It affects everything. It affects memory. It affects the focus. Even how quickly you can retrieve a word or a thought. So when you blank out mid-sentence, or when you walk into the garage and forget why you went there in the first place, it's not a character flaw. It's a hormonal shift happening in real time in your brain. But it's more than just biology. It's grief. Grief for the body and the mind you used to know without even having to think about it for one single minute. The mind that used to hold 10 things at one time without dropping any one of them. It's confusion because nobody sat us down and, explained or educated us on why this happens and what it's all about. The way they did when they were telling us about becoming a woman. Because they talk about periods, We got to talk about pregnancy, about boyfriends, about marriages, but nobody gave us the talk about perimenopause. And it's lonely because even when you try to explain it, the words just don't carry the weight of what you are actually feeling. You say, I forgot, and people hear forgetfulness, but what you're feeling is something closer to fear. It's bigger than forgetfulness. And sis, I sat with that fear for a while after that call with my colleague, just replaying in my head, wondering if this was the beginning of a midlife crisis or something bigger or an illness. And here's what brought me back to myself. I started talking to other women quietly. I was just asking questions. I mean, does this happen to you? Did this ever happen to you? And almost every single person I asked had a story similar to mine to tell me. How they forgot the keys in the freezer, or the name they couldn't remember of someone they'd known for years, or the sentence that vanished mid-thought in an important conversation or in an important meeting. So I realized I wasn't alone in this. None of us are. So here's what I want you to know, sis. You're not losing your mind. You're not weak. You're not weak for not having the words for this. You're living through a real transition, a transition that deserves a name, one that deserves to be talked about, to be acknowledged. That shower cap story, today, it makes me laugh. The moment on that call with my colleague still makes me a little uneasy if I think about it too long. But both of those moments remind me that some days I genuinely don't know what's going on in my body and maybe even in my mind. And that's okay. And that's allowed. Sis, you're allowed to laugh about the shower cap and still feel shaken by the moments that scare you. Both things can be true. If you've ever had a moment like this where you couldn't even explain what was happening to you, not even to yourself, type I understand in the comment section below. This is Sisterhood with Dr. Mo, where we talk about hard things, where we name what's happening even when we don't understand it, even when we don't have all the answers. Subscribe for more because we're just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay healthy.